Hey everyone, it's been quite some time since I last uploaded a video. Today I wanted to primarily talk about patch 1.10 and more specifically just give an overall update for the channel and some of the videos I have planned going forward. When looking at this patch, you wouldn't be remiss seeing how small it actually is and thinking it's just a nothing burger. In reality, it did make some pretty major changes. For those not in the know with all these poise changes, what they effectively did is they reverted Elden Ring's PvP back into a semi-Dark Souls 3 state. The only difference from what I can tell is that in Dark Souls 3, every R1 will stagger, which result in a lot of R1 combos. Can be fairly frustrating. In the Elden Ring, only the first R1 is a guaranteed stagger, and the second R1 is not. That does not mean there isn't any true combos, if you would, where you can get more than one attack off that are effectively guaranteed. But it does mean it's a lot easier to not get chained by an attack, which is quite nice. I will admit, I used to follow Elden Ring PvP pretty heavily to keep track of the meta, but this is one of the few times where I've been sitting back and waiting to see what happens, as with a patch like this that essentially rebalances the whole game and threw away a lot of the meta. I figured it would be better to let the real experts and the number crunchers do all the work first and then see where it goes. But overall, it's been exciting. I'm glad that people are really enjoying this new version of Elden Ring PvP. I do hope it revitalizes it somewhat, though I think going forward in the future, if FromSoft ever decides they want to make Dark Souls 4 or Elden Ring 2, they make the online aspect far more fluid and less clunky and obtuse with this same version that they've been going forward with for the last decade. But that's my thoughts on the patch. But what I'm primarily here to do is to give an update on the channel. I had to step away for a few months because my brother got cancer, and pretty much all of my plans went out the window once that came out. But the next few videos I have in mind is the lore video on the Bloodhound Knights. It won't be terribly long. It's mostly going to be speculation on my end, but because there isn't a whole lot written in the game. But I figured it'd be a fun video. I do want to talk about the Convergence. I've been looking into that mod for some time, and there really isn't any reviews of the current alpha version of the game, which is a shame. And when you go on Nexus Mods, there's also no way to comment on the Nexus page, so it's actually hard to find feedback of how people are seeing the game without going on their Discord. And I'm not a huge fan of having to go Discord jumping to see what people are saying, and it can easily create a hug box. So I figured I'd just give the mod a fair shake myself. I do want to do XCOM lore purely for selfish reasons. I've always been a big fan of XCOM, and being able and having an excuse to talk about the aliens will be quite nice. A big thing I want to do is Lords of the Fallen. I've been extensively following Lords of the Fallen since it was Lords of the Fallen 2 to the Lords of the Fallen to Lords of the Fallen. So I've been following this for quite some time, and I did play the original. I made it all the way to the final boss before the game bugged out. So I'm probably going to do a complete new playthrough to refresh myself on all the lore and also discuss what we know about the sequel. Unfortunately, my channel is nowhere near big enough to actually partner with the developers in any capacity to play the game and discuss it with the material they could provide, but I can at least go over what I do know from having watched an extensive amount of content featuring the game that they've been showing off recently, as well as notes I've taken from all the interviews that they have given over the past year. So that's exciting. Anyway, I want to thank anyone and everyone for watching this video, and if you like my content, my past videos have a little bit more effort to them. Please like and subscribe. If I get to 250 subscribers, I might actually be able to cover Lords of the Fallen in some minorly official capacity, but who knows. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. You all have a great day.